A top secret U.S. intelligence gathering program, a rogue government contractor, indications other countries may be drawn in, and talk of political asylum and extradition treaties. It is the Obama administration's latest controversy, and it has Americans engaged in a new debate about privacy versus security. We begin our coverage with CCTV's Jessica Stone in our newsroom. And Jessica, 29-year-old Edward Snowden, currently in Hong Kong, was one of about 500,000 American security contractors who do intelligence gathering on behalf of the U.S. government. So what are the implications of that for U.S. national security?
Well, Elaine, it clearly spreads the information around to many, many people, and the responsibility to protect it as well. It goes a lot farther than the walls of Washington government buildings, and we've certainly seen the negative impact that outsourcing to contractors for America's wars in Iraq and Afghanistan can have. Remember those U.S. military contractors with the U.S. military contracting firm Blackwater who killed innocent civilians? But this latest incident certainly shows the risks of giving such highly classified information to non-government workers.
U.S. federal investigators descended on the Maryland home of Ed Snowden's mother Monday. Snowden is the self-identified source of documents and information pertaining to the American government's data collection program known as PRISM. In an interview with Guardian newspaper reporter Glenn Greenwald, Snowden talks about his work for a federal security contractor, Booz Allen Hamilton.
I'm just another guy who sits there day to day in the office, watches what's happening, and goes, this is something that's not our place to decide. The public needs to decide whether these programs and policies are right or wrong.
So Snowden says he approached Greenwald with classified documents about U.S. intelligence gathering practices based at the National Security Agency. He says what started small ballooned over time into the mass collection of ordinary Americans' phone communications.
I, sitting at my desk, certainly had the authorities to wiretap anyone, from you or your accountant to a federal judge to even the president if I had a personal email.
In 2013, some 16% of U.S. government spending went to contractors outside the federal government. And on a government list of those federal contractors, CCTV found that Booz Allen Hamilton, Snowden's employer, is the 7th highest paid contractor in 2013 for the FBI at $10 million. Over the weekend, Booz Allen confirmed that Snowden worked for the firm for less than 3 months out of a Hawaii office, adding, quote, "This action represents a grave violation of the code of conduct and core values of our firm."
This is someone who, for whatever reason, has chosen to violate a sacred trust for this country.
In an interview Saturday with NBC's Andrea Mitchell, U.S. Director of National Intelligence James Clapper defended the intelligence gathering program.
Why do you need every telephone number? Why is it such a broad vacuum cleaner approach?
Well, you have to start someplace. We have refined it and tried to make it ever more precise and more disciplined.
Now, we should note that Snowden is a self-described whistleblower, and he's getting a lot of support from the American public. More than 26,000 people have signed a petition on the White House website to pardon Snowden from paying for his actions, which are illegal. Another 1,300 at least have challenged President Barack Obama to a live public debate with Snowden on the balance between privacy and national security. Elaine?
And Jessica, what type of consequences is Snowden facing?
Well, that is certainly part of the debate as well, but American whistleblower attorney Mark Zaid says that Snowden could face 10 to 20 years for each document leaked. In addition, he could face much the same case as Army Private Bradley Manning, the WikiLeaks leaker, where the government tried to make the case that by leaking this information in Manning's case and potentially in Snowden's, they have, quote, aided the enemy. That could well be the case that the prosecution here tries to make. Elaine?
All right, CCTV's Jessica Stone in our Washington newsroom. Thanks. And